After rising for the past several years, grain and retail food prices are expected to stabilize in 2012.
U.S. consumer food prices rose 6.2% from October 2010 to October 2011, according to the Consumer Price Index. That's 4 times higher than during the same period ending October 2010. One reason for the food price hike is increased demand from nations like China and India for U.S. food products. The good news is prices only rose 0.1% in October of 2011, indicating they may be leveling off.
It takes time to build production, and so the supply side of the market needs some time to catch up to those increases in demand. We've had some of that time. We've gone through some of that adjustment, and I think as we get into 2012, we'll see a balance of supply and demand that does contribute to more stable prices.
American Farm Bureau Chief Economist John Anderson provided a grain and food price outlook to producers at Arkansas Farm Bureau's Dairy and Beef Cattle Conference in December. He believes food price inflation in 2012 should drop to a more normal level of around 2%. Energy and fuel costs rose significantly in 2011, and Anderson says that's a contributing factor to the rise in food prices.
Energy prices really affect every dimension of food production, from farm-level production to the price of farm inputs, to transportation, to the cost of storage and handling and further processing, and even packaging.
Corn and grain prices hit historic highs earlier in the year, which contributed to higher feed costs for livestock farmers. Anderson told producers those prices are expected to level off in the new year as well. Susan Anglin is a dairy farmer in Benton County. She's also a consumer. She says her family's doing what they can to hold down their cost of production.
We're looking at the products that we can feed our cows that give them the most nutrition and yet are the least costly for us. And that is an ongoing thing. That will never stop. But feed, fuel, fertilizer, those drive all of the cost on the farm production. And that's the same way in your home. And what we have to learn to do is to look back at how we can make wise choices in how we spend our dollars.
Anglin says consumers can lower their food bill by purchasing generic brands of some products, using discount coupons, and taking advantage of advertised specials. Inflation is real, and food prices shouldn't be expected to fall back to levels of a few years ago. Despite this, Anderson and Anglin stressed that because America has the world's most efficient production system, at only 10 to 12% of disposable income, U.S. consumers will continue to benefit from the world's most affordable and abundant food supply.